New year, new mug. Just testing my new mug out that I got for Christmas. And on there it says, you probably can't see it actually because the light's not very good in here. A brew in the garden is always earned. Sometimes we just like to come and have a sit and have a cup of tea and look at our allotment, don't we? Nothing wrong in that. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. Whoa. Hi everyone and welcome back to Richard's Allotment. Thank you for those of you that have subscribed since the last episode went out, and for your comments as well. Always keep them coming in. Very interested to see what people have to say. It's great, thank you. Now one of the things we do this time of year, obviously because the weather doesn't allow us to get out there very much, is our plot plan. And of course, you know, as we do with the rotation of the crops and things like that, I like to do the same. So as you know, my plot has got separate beds. I did that to make it easier to manage. So I do a little plan, which I'm going to share with you now, to so I know what's going to go where, to give me an idea of how I need to prepare the ground and things like that. So based on also, of course, what was grown where last year. So here is my plot plan, and for 2017. If you want to know which way around it is, this is where the shed is, where I am now, and that is looking down to the far end where the compost bins are, etc. Excuse me. So the first two, although they're only small, are the two fruit beds. My mum looks after them, and we've got some raspberries in there, and we've got some strawberries. I'm not sure. Well, yes, we've got the pear tree as well, obviously, because the apple tree's coming out. I'm not sure what's happening with them yet, so I'll keep you posted on that. But the rest for 2017 will be as follows. So this plot here, my apologies, this bed here, bed number 1. This is the one that's got the those brassicas and Brussels and cabbage and bits and bobs like that you saw me looking at in the previous episode, that I took out the bases of the broccoli and the cauliflower, etc. There's some Brussels still in there. They've got to come out, and there's a few cabbage that are growing, but I'm not sure how well they're going to grow and whether or not I'm going to see them through. Some people might say that's silly, but it's a case of obviously fitting in what you can when you can, etc. And I want to use that bed for my spuds. My spuds were here last year. I'm now moving them over to this side. So I'm going to have one row of earlies, don't know the variety yet, and I'm going to have a couple of rows of later ones, probably King Edwards or something like that, because they grow well in this allotment apparently. So there we go. In bed number 2, this one has been manured, this one hasn't. I plan to put my leeks and my winter cabbage and probably some winter cauliflower and, you know, those type of things that we do ready for Christmas, because we like a nice bit of veg from the allotment on Christmas Day. So that's my plan for that one. Bed number 3 in the middle down here, that's the one that's got the green manure in at the minute, the field beans. So that'll hopefully get all prepared and everything ready. Obviously with having, I'm going to put onions, carrots and my parsnips in there, so I need to make sure the soil's obviously fine enough, etc. So I've got some work to do on that one, but I'm hoping with the green manure that will help boost what's ever going in enough just to obviously give me a good crop. Bed number 4, that was fallow last year. I will probably do just some salads in there. I'm not sure what yet, you know, lettuce, radish, spring onions, maybe some baby carrots, things like that. I don't know. I've not decided yet, but we'll see. And obviously I'll share that with you. Bottom down on bed number 5, that will be brassicas, all of it. So there'll be cabbage, there'll be cauliflower, broccoli. I'm not sure what else. I've not decided yet, but I'm going to work on that. But that's definitely where they're going. I've got a nice frame and netting that can fit around that bed and protect them from the cabbage white and everything else. So that's where they're going. And the last one in bed number 6, which is down the far end there, and obviously to the right as you look, that's gonna, last year that had a bit of all sorts in it, but that's going to predominantly be peas. That's been manured. My plan with the peas is to do a row from seed in the greenhouse, and I'm going to bring them down, put them in, transplant them in to get me going, but then following on from that I'll be sowing directly into the soil so that I get some progression and I get a good crop hopefully. I will leave a little bit of room for some beans. There's going to be a row of beans. My mum likes French beans or whatever they call them. I don't like them myself, so she wants a row in there, but the rest, as I say, is going to be peas. That's what I want to grow in that one, and that really is my plan. So I know it's difficult to see. Let me try. There we go. That's the plan, hopefully, and we will see how we get on. Your comments, of course, are always welcome. If you think that I could do something different, bear in mind that these three here have been well manured. That one hasn't. That one has the green manure in it. That one's had the coffee grounds on it. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I'd really be interested to know. All right, guys. Speak to you later. Cheers. Bye-bye. One of the things that I have made my mind up about is the variety of pea that I want to grow. And one that I know grows very well on this allotment by speaking to other plot holders is one called Hurst Green Shaft. Now, that particular one is quite a popular one, so a lot of you probably use it. I haven't used it before, but this year, as I say, there's one that I'm going to use. I'm going to try and see how I get on. I bought mine from Sutton Seeds. They're a good name, and hopefully we will have a good crop. So we'll see how they go, and I'll let you know. A view of the plot today. Not much getting done out there. Bit too wet, I'm afraid. It's raining, it's cold, and there's one other person down the allotment today apart from me. So there we go. It's all a little bit drab. It's hard to imagine, isn't it, really, that eventually it'll all be full of produce, all our stuff will be growing, the sun will be shining, and we'll be wishing for rain more than likely. But at the moment, there we are.